Makeup is absolutely halal at home. Right?
I'll stop breathing for a second. I'm going to be too wrong.
Absolutely halal. She can put all the makeup she wants in the comfort of her home for her husband, etc. But not to leave her home and not to go outside with it, right? Because the thing is, who are you beautifying yourself for? You know, the people that you should be beautifying yourself for, the only person you should beautify yourself for is your husband. Right? Why do you need to show your beauty to others? And it goes back to what I said earlier, which is that the Prophet ﷺ told us that the curse of Allah Tabarak wa Ta'ala is upon a woman who goes out and beautifies herself. The curse of Allah is not an easy matter. What does it mean that the curse of Allah is upon you? It means that Allah will distance you or expel you from His mercy. That's what it means that the curse of Allah is upon us. We are in dire need of the mercy of Allah Azza wa Jal. Are we going to let just a bit of a desire that I want to look a certain way, etc., completely banish us from Allah's mercy? It's not worth it. And the other thing is that every person who glances at that sister when she's covered herself in makeup and so on and dressed in a certain way, etc., she gets the sin of everyone who looks at her. And if you're causing people to look your way and so on, you know, there's this thing that the people say, you know, you should lower your gaze anyway. But if you're the one causing fitna, you share a part of that sin. You can't just tell people look away when you are attracting that attention. So you should be one who dresses modestly, and then when you're dressing modestly and they're still looking at, then you can say, yeah, you should be lowering your gaze, right? So every single person has a responsibility. And when it comes to the dress code, Allah Tabarak wa Ta'ala has made it very clear what the dress code of men and women are. We're told to dress modestly, and Allah Tabarak wa Ta'ala has ordained upon the women to wear the hijab, the jilbab, to cover up, right? To not wear anything tight, to wear a garment that covers the whole body. The only things that are allowed to be exposed are her face and her hands, right? And even that is something that the scholars differ upon. But let's say that you follow the opinion that it's okay to expose that, okay, but everything else should be covered. Meaning that you should not wear anything that's revealing. You should not wear any clothes that are tight on the body, that show the shape of the body. You should not wear anything that's tight to the body, that even if you're wearing jilbab or abaya or you're wearing proper hijab, that you wear something on top that's very tight to the body.
Assalamu alaikum, Shaykh. Ustad, over time and now into the 21st century, certain things in regards to gender roles have been popularized that don't go along with our religion. How do we cope with this?
You know, this is a deep topic. I've done like podcasts on it in the past. However, if I can give you guys just a short answer. Like when you think about that which has happened in the past, which was morally unacceptable once upon a time, and that which is now being popularized and being accepted in society, where do you draw the line of what is correct and what is not? Right? Once upon a time, homosexuality was unacceptable in society. And now, right, it's become something that is perfectly normal. Right? What are we going to get next? Right? As society is developing and changing over time. This is why, my brothers and my sisters, Wallahi al-Azim, right? What Allah Azza wa Jal has told us is what serves your best interest. Whatever Allah has commanded and prohibited is in your best interest, whether you see it or not, right? People have been living in a certain way for centuries, only for us now to come in today's day and age, for us to be told how one should live their life and how one shouldn't, right? Morality, right, has been changed and has been played around with. We have that which is greater than all of that, and that is an external entity, and that is Allah Azza wa Jal, who gives us these rules and regulations of what we should do and what we shouldn't. Otherwise there will continue being disputes amongst one another, between husbands and wives, between mother and daughter, father and son, right? So when do we stop, or what do we actually go back to? And that is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
If you don't stand for something, you fall for anything.